Hi there, Charles Loftus in the heart of Jerusalem. I'm in the Christian section with Razuk Tattoo Parlor. The rumor is this is one of the longest established tattoo parlors in human history. I want to introduce you to the owner-operator, Wasim.
Yeah.
See, shows you where I'm at. Wasim, tell me a little about your shop here.
Okay, so my family is, we've been doing tattoos for the past 700 years. We are Coptic Christians and we come from Egypt. So for 500 years ago we came from Egypt, where we used to do Christian tattoos for Coptic Christians on their wrist, just like my cross here. And this is a traditional tattoo that Christians would get in Egypt in order to distinguish each other as Christians.
And tell me if I'm wrong, but that was also to prevent them from being converted.
That's right. It's for many reasons actually, and one of them is to protect them from being converted. The other one is because there were a lot of children who were abducted. They were taken away from their family, and then in such a young age, and then when they would grow up, they would not know that they were Christians, and this would always remind them that they were Christians. Also, this was used as a pass to enter churches, because churches were always attacked and still are attacked in Egypt by non-Christians. And so until today there are a lot of churches that would not let you enter the church unless you show an identity that you're a Christian, or simply you just show your tattoo. And this is something that they would get very early in age, such a, sometimes at 1 or 2 years old, 4 years old, and even sometimes younger. And so my family, my ancestors were those people who were doing those tattoos in the church. It was done in a church and still is done in the church for very small money. When they came here as pilgrims 500 years ago to Jerusalem, they found that there was an already existing tradition of tattooing pilgrims who came to the Holy Land from the West. And this was a tradition since the medieval times, and even since the Crusaders' times, when the Crusaders and the warriors would come here and get a tattoo of a Jerusalem cross and the date underneath it, the date of their visit or the date of their service in the Holy Land. And this was used as a certificate of pilgrimage, as a stamp of pilgrimage that they would take back with them home proudly to show it forever. So there was already a tradition of tattooing pilgrims in the Holy Land that already had started from the medieval times and since the Crusader times. And my family started tattooing. Since tattooing was their profession, they started doing those tattoos for the pilgrims. And they slowly started moving this tradition to the Orthodox Church, starting with the Coptic Church. And so it became slowly also an Orthodox tradition for the Eastern churches, such as the Coptic Church, such as the Armenian Church, the Chaldean, the Aramaic Church. And now, after 500 years, this has become a must, almost a must, for any pilgrim that comes to Jerusalem or to the Holy Land to get a tattoo of the pilgrimage as a certificate of pilgrimage. We have been doing this for the past 700 years. I am 27th generation of doing tattoos. We're doing it from father to son. My son is 15 years old now, and he's already interested to continue the tradition. And we are the custodians of this tradition. The beauty of this is that it is not only the history of my family, it is also the history of the Holy Land, and it is a tradition of the Holy Land. We, among other tattooists who were doing tattoos for pilgrims, are now the only ones that are continuing to do it.
You will show us some artwork.
Okay, I will show you some stuff. Among the tools that my family has used throughout the years in history are those wooden blocks that you can see here. Those are wooden blocks that are made or carved in olive wood. They are hand carved and they are hundreds of years old. So for example, this one is dated 1912, this is dated 1910, others are not dated but they are very old. This one, for example, is the Jerusalem cross, which has been used to do this tattoo over here for a pilgrim who had documented his pilgrimage in 1669. This, as you can see, is the same wooden block that was used. It's broken now, but this was used in 500 years ago, and this is what they used to do. A cross, a Jerusalem cross, sometimes with other symbols around it, like the palm and the olive branches, the three crowns, the word Bethlehem, the word Jerusalem, and the date of pilgrimage. So the Jerusalem cross is one of the most common symbols or tattoos that is done by pilgrims, and for many, Jerusalem cross represents Jerusalem as the center of the universe, and then the four crosses around it is Christianity spreading to the four corners of the world. And that's why them, as pilgrims coming to Jerusalem, they want to get this Jerusalem cross. Here, for example, is another example of another pilgrim who had received his tattoo in 1612 with the cross and the word IHS in Jerusalem, IHS being Latin for Jesus, Savior of man. Another one over here, and it shows the arm of a pilgrim that got his tattoo here, probably also in the 1800s, with different blocks that are very, very similar to our blocks that we, or designs that are similar to our designs that are in the wooden stamps, wooden blocks. So for that, a lot of pilgrims want to come and be tattooed using those stamps. We use those stamps as a stencil to actually stamp it on the skin and then trace it with a modern machine, and you know, all the modern standard, you know, machines and tools that are common everywhere, like in America. Yeah, so this is my father, and he has been tattooing for 50 years. He can tell you more about himself.
I'm the father. My name is Anton. My father's name is Jacob, and he looks like me. They say, everybody says that he looks like me. I'm proud if I look like him. I will be very proud always if I'll be as clever as he was in the art of tattoo, since he has developed the art from primitive old ways till you know, the modern machines. And of course Wasim has modernized the art by getting better needles, better ink, better machines, and everything is up to highest standards of hygiene, since everything is disposable nowadays. We have in our history of the family tattooed very important persons in the world. My father has tattooed Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia in the 30s, 1933 I think, while the emperor was on exile, overthrown by the Italians at the time, and he came to Palestine, where he insisted he wanted a tattoo from my father. Other persons of great importance who have been tattooed also by my father were princes from the British royal family, and always we hope that this family tradition and heritage will stay in the family for many years to come. We have kept it for 500 years, and we hope it will still keep going on. Thank you.